Hey, what's up guys? It's another video. It's a Criterion update video because it's the middle of July in 2017, and it's, of course, when it's July or November, it's always in the midst of the Barnes & Noble Criterion sale, for as long as they're doing it anyway. I've heard rumblings that, well, I guess I won't get into that. Barnes & Noble is always on the cusp of who cares, but while they're still there, we're going to enjoy shopping at the Barnes & Noble sale, the Criterion sale. So anyway, as you can see, I've got, I didn't even count them actually, like 12, I'm not sure. Criterion's here, and we're going to get into it, because why not? I got the Before trilogy. I almost bought this on Amazon about, was it last week? I think it was $48 or something, which is about $1 or $2 less than the Barnes & Noble sale, unless you've got a coupon or something. Which I actually did. I had a email that was like 10% off, so I used that on this. It was 45 bucks after before tax, I guess. After tax, like 49 or something. Who cares? But happy to get this. I've never seen any of these films, but I read the back. I read about them. It stars Ethan Hawke and Julie Delpy, and I've heard good things. People have been raving about this for years. This trilogy, and hinting that it was going to get a Criterion release for years. When was the last one? 2013. So right around the time that was made or released on Blu-ray. Was it released on Blu-ray? Yeah, of course it was. Anyway, I've heard that I was going to get a Blu-ray release, and so I bought it, I guess. Richard Linklater, he did Boyhood, I believe. So I guess he really likes the like a time capsule stuff, because he did Boyhood that took like over 12 years, I think it was. He directed that. That also starred Ethan Hawke. But I mean, I haven't seen that either. So I guess I could buy that next time. Anyway, like I said, I haven't seen it though. I was interested in seeing the films, and for 50 bucks, getting all 3 films is not too bad. Normally 100 bucks, which it's funny when I think about these Criterions before the sale, it seems they're expensive, but the sale makes them normal price, like 20 bucks for a regular Blu-ray's normal price. But yada yada yada. Anyway, I got this one, 50 bucks. Not too bad. I had a couple gift cards from my wife for my birthday, and I sold a bunch of shit that I've had sitting over here for a long time. I've tried selling stuff on eBay to get, of course, better pricing, but I decided I wanted to just purge, and I got about $200 or so after selling about 200 things, so, approximately $1 a goddamn Blu-ray, so, and DVD. I sold some DVDs too. But anyway, I'm rambling like crazy, and we're not even like 5 minutes into this yet, so I'm sorry up front. Yeah. Let's move ahead. I guess I'll grab this one. I just went there today and got this. This is Michelangelo Antonioni's Blow Up from 1966. And I've heard nothing about this. I thought the packaging was cool, and I read the description on the back, and it sounded like a cool thriller, like a psychological mystery. And apparently it's his first, where did it say that? First English language feature, so that was pretty cool. Oh, I opened this, there we go. Again, I haven't seen this. I've heard decent things. It's got a regular, like, fold case, but then it's got a giant booklet here. Looks very cool on the set. It stars, Patricia Clarkson? I might be saying that, I might be wrong there. But it's a Redgrave, yeah, I'm way off. David Hemmings, Sarah Miles, Jared Castle, Jane Birkin. I don't recognize a lot of these names because I'm an idiot. Mimes, oh god. So yeah, that's cool. And I'm gonna get shit because I haven't seen a lot of these. People usually complain about that when I haven't seen these movies, but I'm a collector, so I collect movies that I like, or that sound good. Yeah, I thought it was cool. Looked neat. I like collecting the like special packaging ones versus just the regular cases, because I feel like those might go out of print at some point, or especially the dual format ones that have the Blu-ray and the DVD, because I feel like those are, well, they did stop making them because people complained. But anyway, that's Blow Up from 1966. I am not really explaining this shit very well. I'm really bad at showing these, aren't I? I don't know what the hell I'm doing. But whatever, it's my video, so whatever. Ghost World, I just watched this a couple nights ago, and I'd never seen it before. I like Terry Zwigoff. He did Bad Santa and well, other shit. I think he did, I can't remember the name of it. It doesn't matter. But, he did Ghost World and Bad Santa, and that's all that matters. I don't think he did Bad Santa 2. Did he? I hope not. The movie wasn't very good. But anyway, I just watched it. I thought it was very fascinating. Thora Birch, Scarlett Johansson, and Steve Buscemi did very good. I thought Steve Buscemi was actually excellent in that. And he's playing a character I feel like he's embodied for decades. But he was just a sad sack loser. I think it says sad sack. Yeah, sad sack records collector. No wonder I said that. But yeah, he just kind of like this losery kind of a guy, which Steve Buscemi's kind of embodied for years. But anyway, it's based off of a comic series from, well, actually the guy who co-wrote it, Daniel Clowes? I'd never heard of him. I'd never heard of this. Well, I've heard of the comic series before, but I don't know shit about shit. Because I'm an asshole. It's got a booklet, not a pamphlet, which is always good. There's the two of them. This is 2002? Yep, 2001. Who else is in it? Brad Renfro was in it too, that's right. Bob Balaban from Seinfeld fame as, oh fuck, I don't know. The executive at NBC. Anyway. Goddamn lousy, no good bitch. Oh. Very cool. Daniel Clowes. Neat artwork. Nobody Loves Me. From her journal. Very cool artwork. That's neat too. I forget what the explanation was for that. I was in the art class. Anyway, I'm rambling and not doing anything important here, so. Anyway, I thought it was cool. Because of this too. I don't know if this is actually like ball. Ew, what is that? It looks like a giant sperm. Cool. I thought it was neat. I liked it. I had never seen it before, and I thought it was interesting. Very fascinating look. I think it was a really interesting portrayal of a outcast. Well, I guess technically they were all outcasts, but she kind of grew by the end. Was not so much an outcast anymore, trying to have a character arc. But Scarlett Johansson was actually not fantastic in it. I thought she was a little bit wooden, but it was like one of her first roles, and I think it kind of worked for the character. But you know, Thora Birch was great, and Steve Buscemi was great. Next one I got was Good Morning from Yasuhiro Ozu. Ozu is a famous Japanese director. I believe he did Tokyo Story. Is that right? If I'm wrong, just correct me in the comments. I don't remember. But this one sounded cool. It's about these two kids want a television set, and their parents won't get them for them, and they stop speaking, like a vow of silence kind of thing. And I thought that was kind of cool, from the 1950s in Japan. I like that too, a little OK symbol. This is a pamphlet though, so it's not as cool, but it looks like one essay and some artwork on the back. I like the artwork. Neato. Whoosh. Good Morning. Very cool. 4K digital restoration. I think Ghost World had it. Nope, it had 4K as well. So that's cool. Moving on. Blood Simple. I also just watched this for the first time ever. I believe it is Joel Ethan Coen's first full-length film, I think. I watched a little bit of the behind his special features and stuff too, and it seemed like that was their first film from 1984. Spine number 834. Do people even care about that? I say that half the time, and then I forget about it. This was spine number 84. Ghost World was spine number 872. Blow Up was 865, and Before Sunset, or Before Trilogy, was 857, 58, 59. A lot of these are 800s. I guess I'm buying recent ones. I didn't even notice that. Anyway, not bad. I liked it. It wasn't quite as engaging or interesting to me as their other films, like No Country, Big Lebowski, what the fuck, Fargo, duh. Frances McDermott was in this. I don't know if this was her first film, but I think it was the first one that she did with the Coen brothers. She's married to Joel, I think. I'm not sure. One of them. And the first of many collaborations. Because they're married. But anyway, it's about a... Frances McDermott's character is married to Dan Hedaya, who's like a bar owner, and she's sleeping with one of the bartenders, and Dan Hedaya finds out, and it's this hires a private investigator to track them down, and hijinks ensue, multiple storylines. Typical Coen Brothers stuff, but kind of simpler. Blood simple, get it? I liked the artwork, and I liked the story, and I liked the everything. Transfer was good, from what I saw, and cinematography was good, all that stuff. I mean, it's one of those things, too, when you buy Criterion, it's assumed that, one, the picture will be good, two, the cinematography will be good, the story's going to be interesting. There's going to be interesting aspects of it. But, yeah. Next up, Asphalt Jungle from John Huston. I have never seen this. It's from 1950. It is by number 847. Again, actually, shit, did I buy a lot of these? Huh. Haven't seen it. It's about a guy who... comes out of prison, I think it says, and he makes a jewel heist with a bunch of people, and of course it goes wrong, which of course it does. And I thought it sounded cool. That's the only reason I bought it. It's got a noirish feel to it, but it's more of a like a jewel heist film. I think Marilyn Monroe is in it. Breakout role, yep. So it's 1950. So she would have been in her early 20s or something. I think. I don't know enough about Marilyn Monroe. Where am I now? What am I looking for? Yeah, Angela Finlay. It looks like there's again a one essay and then the usual shit. Cool. I don't think I've ever owned a John Huston film. Shit, I might not have even seen one before. What do I know? But it sounded good. And I only buy movies like this during the Criterion sale, and I try to find ones that appeal to me in some way. Next up, Woman of the Year. This one, actually, I'll do these two at the same time. Woman of the Year and Jean Dielman, 23, Quai du Commerce, 1080, Bruxelles. I'm not going to say the French because I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. But these, I got both of these from Amazon, actually. Last week. Maybe the week before. Yeah, no, it was the week that the Criterion sale started, so it was like exactly. These are both on sale on Amazon for $16.50 or so, which is the lowest I've ever seen Criterions go, besides things like the ones that have no special features and stuff that go for $50. They're normally $29.99 on sale. I mean, starting price as opposed to $40 and they're $15 on sale, like DVD price. So I bought them because they were cheap, and I just read the backs of them, and it sounded interesting. There was one more called Buena Vista Social Club, I think it was called. But it sounded like a musical / documentary type thing, and I wasn't interested in it, so I didn't buy that one. But this one sounded cool. It's about a widower, I believe, who is now taking care of her son and turning tricks on the side. I thought that sounded cool. Interesting idea. And it came with a booklet, too, which is awesome. I always like when they come with booklets. They're just better. Oops. Starring Delphine Seyrig. No idea. Essay. I thought it sounded cool. And for 16, bucks or so, 17 bucks, I figured why not? I've tried a lot of movies before for more than that, so may as well add that. And Woman of the Year actually stars Katharine Hepburn and Spencer Tracy, which apparently was the first time they were in a film together, and they went on to make 8 more, 1942. And it's about these a couple who got married and were working at the same radio station or film station or newspaper, yeah, and just working together while being married and stuff in the 40s. So I thought that sounded cool. And that's why I got it. Woman of the Year. And this is a pamphlet, though, I think, yeah. Pamphlet schmamphlet. Lame. A Woman's Place. Nice. And transfer credits, cast, all that, and some images. Very cool. Shut? Yeah. There it goes, okay. That's Woman of the Year by George Stevens from 1942, and it's $8.67. Holy shit. I apparently really did buy just new films. Huh. Actually, let's do this one. Yep, $8.43. Shit. I'm gonna look now. Are they all? Oh yeah, I bought nothing but new films, it looks like. Oh, there's an old one there. Anyway, I thought that's interesting. I just got Punch Drunk Love, Paul Thomas Anderson. Never seen it. Starring Adam Sandler, Emily Watson. It is apparently a fantastic film, but I've always thought it's like Adam Sandler in a, dramatic role. I think the only thing I've seen with him that was dramatic role was that movie. His family was killed in, I think, the Twin Towers or something, and he was playing Shadow of the Colossus a lot, and it starred Don Cheadle too. I forget what it was called. But I thought that was interesting. Not bad. He did alright. It was weird seeing him not be a fucking goofus, because he's kind of a goofus. He's like a fucking dildo salesman or something. No, he's a toilet plunger salesman. What's this? Whatever, yeah. It's plunging things. And Emily Watson falls in love with him, of course. Because who wouldn't, right? Look at that guy. I like Paul Thomas Anderson. I like, There Will Be Blood, and what the hell else has he done? That's the only thing I ever think of when I think of him. Obviously this, and other shit. I don't know. Hold on, this is not straight. I get like that sometimes. There we go. Better. But yeah, I got it because it's, Paul Thomas Anderson, and it sounded interesting, and Adam Sandler is apparently great in it, and who doesn't like Emily Watson from 2002? Yep. 4K, I think? Hold on, let me see. High definition transfer, so it's not 4K or 2K. Restored high definition digital transfer. Interesting. It's one of the first ones in a while that I've seen it didn't say 2 or 4K. In a Lonely Place, starring Humphrey Bogart, directed by Nicholas Ray from 1950. It's by number 810, which is the theme. I wanted to get this the last Criterion sale, but I was not at the store I wanted. It was like the last day of the sale, and they didn't have it, and I was pissed, but, what can you do? And here I am getting it about a year later. It's about a screenwriter with a hair-trigger temper, Humphrey Bogart, and a revelatory, vulnerable performance, which, of course, bonus, becomes the prime suspect in a brutal Tinseltown murder. The only person who can supply an alibi for him is a seductive neighbor with her own troubled past. That just sounds fascinating. I thought it sounded cool, and it's one I've heard good things about. I don't have any Humphrey Bogart Criterions, I don't think. The only Humphrey Bogart film that I'm aware of that I own is Casablanca, which I also haven't seen. One essay like usual. I do like to read these whenever I remember to do so. I usually try to read them before I watch the film. Well, depending on what they talk about, I want to watch it after, unless there's like spoilers and shit. If I haven't seen it. But I guess you do whatever you want with your Criterions. If you want to watch and read them before, if you don't want to open them. I don't understand not opening these. I know people who don't open Criterions when they get them, or even any movie they get. And I guess I'm too compulsive or whatever. I guess, well, I don't know, compulsive might mean you don't open them, but I like to handle them, touch them, open them up, check the discs, see if there's scratches or burns or whatever. I know in some older Criterions they get, there's like a burning that happens on the inside of these that you can replace them if you contact Criterion about it. I don't know which ones they are, but I know that's happened. I don't think any of mine are like that, thankfully. But I like opening them up. I like checking the pamphlets out, checking the discs out, looking at them, handling them, put them on the shelf, and watching them. That's what you do, right? You buy them to watch them, eventually. Or in my case, just buy them, look at them, touch them, put them on the shelf, and never watch them. Next up is The Lodger from Alfred Hitchcock from 1927, a silent film. It's called The Lodger, A Story of the London Fog, which I think is supposed to be like a Jack the Ripper type story. I don't know if it's actually Jack the Ripper. I don't think it says. But it actually comes with a second film, Downfall, I think. I like the color scheme too, the black and blue and orange, or yellow or whatever the fuck. Yeah, it's a yellow. It's a goldish actually. And this is actually one of those poster type dealies that's information. Yeah, Downhill. That's the name of the film. The second film on here. Which is also silent, I believe. So it's actually got 2 essays, one for The Lodger and one for Downhill. Which is neat. I thought it sounded cool about a guy who's killing people, or suspected of it, and he goes into an inn, and the woman who runs it, or works there, falls in love with him or something, or something stupid like that. Holy shit, I only have 8 minutes left. Alright, I'm gonna hurry up now. I have L'Argent, from Robert Bresson, 1983, I can't fucking read. 886, because of course, it sounded cool, about a counterfeit bill that's created at the beginning of the film that gets handed off over and over again throughout the film by various people, nefarious and otherwise, and I thought that sounded really cool. Cool idea. I wanted to watch it. The Blu-ray disc has got some artwork on it, but the background there is just nothing. It's gray, which, I mean, whatever. And it has a nice thick booklet with an essay, and then looks like an interview. Holy shit. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Neato. I'll check that out after I watch the film. French film. Very cool. I thought that looked neat. Moving on. Straw Dogs, the original, starring Dustin Hoffman, from 1971. Spine number 182. But there's still an 8, and actually, the only other one that wasn't from the 8s was Good Morning, and that is number 84. So all of them have fucking 8 in them, apparently. I don't know what the hell. 8 is my lucky number, apparently. There's the disc. Nothing behind there. And then there's a booklet here. I like that they still do occasionally do booklets. It's just that black behind there. Never seen this film. I've seen a little bit of the remake, and I wasn't into it. But I did want to watch this one because I've heard it's psychologically fucking fucked up, and it's good. And I like psychological films. Another interview, it looks like. Yeah. And an article or essay. So very cool. Looking forward to checking that out at some point. Is this more of a thriller or like a horror? Could I watch this during October or something? Maybe I'll wait to watch that. If I watch it at all, right? And then finally being there for the rest of the single disc. Otherwise, you see back there I've got one more big thing to talk about. 864, 1979, Being There, starring Peter Sellers, directed by Hal Ashby. 4K digital transfer. This is a movie that I've heard for years was a great film, but I've just never gotten around to seeing it. About like a kind of a mentally challenged gardener or something like that, or just someone who's just kind of I think he can't read. Yeah, I can't write, I can't read. He's like just illiterate, and he's worked there for I think decades with the owner of this house he worked at. I think he lived there behind the gates for years and never left or something. I'm talking to my ass. I don't know what I'm talking about. But it sounded super cool, and I wanted to check it out. Finally. Came out this year, I think. Holy shit, all these movies came out this year. I did not buy anything old. What's going on with me? And then finally, you can see back there. Zatoichi. Spine number 679. The only thing that I bought today that did not include an 8, apparently. I contemplated whether I wanted to take the plastic off of this because, as you can see, and as anyone who paid attention knows, that this Zatoichi placard or whatever, this plastic thing, is the only thing that has this piece that tells you what the movie is, the movies are. Same with this back in here. It would just be the artwork there, which, you know, is cool too. I got this because, I mean, I wanted it for a while. I've never seen these films, or I saw one of them. I don't even know which one the hell I've seen before, but a long time ago. I don't remember shit about it. I remember a guy with a fucking sword, which I guess could have explained any samurai film back then, but I remember the name. It was a Z-name. I thought it was Zoti or something like Zati for years, but I guess it's Zatoichi because I was such a fucking kid, so I don't know what the hell I'm talking about. But yeah, it comes with this book. This is the same book that I think came with the original printing that had the Blu-rays and DVDs. This is skinnier, I believe. Significantly skinnier than the one that came with the DVDs, which is out of print now. I would have liked to have that one, but of course, you know, oh well. So this comes with an essay and then a little description of all the films, and then I think it comes with a, yeah, you know, it's got, yeah, look at that. Talking about, it has an actual little blurb about every film, which is fucking cool. Zatoichi's cane sword, Zatoichi and the fugitives. Zatoichi meets the one-armed swordsman. Zatoichi at large. And then I think the last bit is an excerpt from the short story or novella. I think that from the actual, yeah. Kan Shimozawa. I think this is novelist Kan Shimozawa comes across the story. Did you not? I don't know. I'm sorry. I was reading this, but I guess maybe he didn't. I don't know. He I don't know, helped create the character, or found the story of the character. I'm an idiot. Just don't listen to me. But there's a story here, a partial part of a story of Zatoichi. That's in here, so I'll check that out at some point. I don't know if it's actually taking place about one of the movies. And then the transfer, special thanks, the usual stuff. Acknowledgements, production credits, and then talking about all the films and which studios owned them. I think it was just a couple studios. It was the first... Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18 films over a 6-year period. Jesus Christ. That's insane. Yeah, 2 studios, I think. Anyway. That's that, and here's the films. Each disc has more than one, I think, besides the last one. Each one of these films is only about 80 minutes or so, too. That one's 93, but they're typically around 80-some minutes. Very cool. This is easier, I guess, to get out of the packaging than the one that had the DVDs, too. Yeah, this one is the last one. It has the one film and then the supplements. So very cool. Happy to get that. For $100, I mean, you're getting 26 films? 25 films. I think it's 25 films, yep. Maybe between 62 and 73. Damn, that's a lot of goddamn films in that period. So yeah. Zatoichi. I've seen none of these films yet, but I bought this just less than a week ago, so. Anyway, that's all the films I got during this Criterion sale. I'm not planning on getting any more, and I'm not, at the moment, I'm not planning on buying any in November either, but who the fuck knows, right? Usually only splurge once a year. Usually it's July. That's around my birthday, and I get some gift cards and stuff, and blah 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 blah. Anyway, thanks for watching, guys. I am almost out of time. This was fun, and blah 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 blah. Thanks for watching. I will see you around soon. I gotta do a Screen Factory update. I gotta do an Arrow video update. I gotta do lots of shit. So you'll probably see more from me in the future. So thanks for watching. See you around, and take care. Bye.